here we are with Stars Without Number Revised, Blackstar, Season 1, Episode 1. I am Devin, the GM, and to my left we have X playing Y.
Nicole playing Cartographer Hickson.
And Peter as Gaius Kalos.
Alright, gang, coming hot off of the introduction we just did. Oh man, I was going to ask what we did last session. I can't fall back on that.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. So, I guess we'll dive right in, because people have probably read the intro, or listened to the intro, which means they already know about what's going on.
Give us the premise. Where are we?
Alright, let me pause. Alright, your ship, the Space Maggot, is flying on in to dock in orbit of the planet Hukal 1 in the star system Hukal's Maw. Hukal's Maw is a nebula that has a science fiction star in the middle of it, and Hukal's Maw moves through the nebula with it. And it from a certain distance away, it looks like a big fake mouth, and the star's the eye. Oh, nom, 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 nom. Like a chain chomp made of space. The planet Hukal 1 is the only livable planet in the solar system. There are gas giants and other worlds and whatnot. But the planet itself has a breathable atmosphere. It's totally survivable by humans. It doesn't have any living life on it anymore. That all fucking died, dog. It is gone. But it's kept up with its progress in its infrastructure. Like, it's a fairly advanced world. Most famous for producing sentient virtual intelligences. The planet's surface is covered in... the planet's biosphere is frozen. It's chilly, like a piano made of frozen Windex. The world is covered in fog that if you go down, it'll basically quick freeze you if you're in it too long. But jutting out from this perpetual, freezing mist are large continental kind of... Well, not continental, but basically small continental plateaus. Basically volcano calderas and stuff that stick out from the mist. And in the caldera, civilizations have been built. There are maybe a dozen of these on the planet. And there are also smaller ones, including, small, maybe mountain-sized spires of rock that stick out of the freeze that people have built stuff on to live on. And anti-grav technology is fairly ubiquitous as far as keeping orbitals in the lower atmosphere for people to not fall into the frost below and die.
Yep.
Most of the various nations and cultures on Hukal 1 have united under a single world government, which is pretty common for places at Tech Level 4. 4 being the one that's basically that's a faster than light spacefaring civilization.
Yep.
And the majority planetary government that exists, there are of course outliers, resolves its disputes, as it always has, through gladiatorial combat. So any business or company or two people or corporation or nation that gets into a fight on Hukal and wants to solve the dispute without going into open war basically runs gladiator tournaments where it sponsors and builds and hosts machine gladiators and has them fight to the death on neutral ground, and there's rules and cataloging and advertising. It's the entire culture is based around murder combat. Specifically artificial intelligence murder combat. They don't use drones, they don't use battle bots, they don't use dumb machines or animals or people. People fights are dumb and people fights are boring. No, the planet's technology still is basically called 4+, so it has a specialty. The specialty is virtual intelligence systems. They only build robots to fight each other to the death that are sentient and aware of their own free will and intelligence. Only things that pass the Turing test or the cogito ergo sum test, and therefore can feel the loss of dying as a slave, get chosen to be gladiators. Because, you want them to fight for their life, so they need to be aware that they have a life. They need to be aware that they're a perfect immortal machine trapped in a war robot body that will be extinguished if they don't win. And, having their entire potential squandered. So, Hukal 1 is lousy with robots. There's only about a couple million people living on the planet at any one given time, but the robot population matches and exceeds that. And it's all sorts. It's man patterned machines. It's flying vessels. It's cars, motorcycles, chariots, tanks, and they have all of those things fight in the gladiator arenas, depending on what the arena's like.
Jeez.
And everyone loves it.
So, sorry, just to clarify, Fives is humanoid, right?
Yeah, it's a human pattern.
Okay,
VI.
just wanted to check in on that, because I didn't think to ask before, and I was
You
like...
thought he was a motorcycle?
Well, I was like, he could have been, though. Like, he could have been a fucking,
car? I'm imagining a car
no,
with the Knight
I'm
Rider
picturing
light.
the cute, blue ones from...
You mean Tachikomas?
Yes, that's the one word.
Oh my god, he could be a
That's
Tachikoma.
what I was picturing, and I'm like, is that what he looks like, though? Because he could.
Murder.
I was like, I don't know if he's a human or if anything.
Okay, now that I thought of Tachikomas, he could have been, but he's not. He's human formed.
Okay.
It
Also makes it easier for him to be on a ship.
In my heart, he'd be Kit from Knight Rider. He'd be the car with the eye going across it. Get into my body. We must go.
He's protective. I mean, that works.
I mean, he could still have the eye and just look like a Cylon.
He does not look like a Cylon. He actually looks kind of like a knight.
Mm-hmm.
Like an old medieval Paleo-Terra knight.
Mm-hmm. Assuming a giant metal body with a small slit.
No, you piece of shit! There's a visor! It's made of space green plastic glass.
Okay.
But yes, your ship, the Space Maggot, pulls into a orbital. There are many orbitals around who call for, docking, doing trade and stuff, bringing materials up and down. There's a few space elevators on the planet. And yeah, ships usually dock in the upper atmosphere on an orbital rather than on the planet, because space is at a premium.
Yep.
Because you'll die. It's chilling down there. And, yeah. You guys basically have the run of the place because the captain's offloading cargo. This is probably your guys' one of your first cargo runs to a planet since you've both joined up with the Space Maggot. So there's a flurry of activity. The interior of the ship is dimly lit, and it's all kind of mauve colored.
Ugh, I hate mauve.
Yeah, it's also tile, like cream eggshell tile-y in between the mauve plating.
That's like the worst color.
It was cheap.
Because it's the worst color.
It was cheap, and he was able to get a lot of the interior deck plating for like a third of the price.
That's fair. That's a good deal.
Yeah. Some of the rooms are differently colored too. Some of them have patterns on them and stuff like zigzags and things that are meant to be like a lot of dots and zigzags on them and stuff. It hurts the eyes to look at them.
Jesus.
The carpeting in one of the med bays is shag.
In the med bay?
It was cheap.
That is so dirty and gross.
Just clean it.
It's a lawnmower in here.
Disinfected.
You just spray disinfect. Yeah, you just get a bucket of disinfectant, put it on the carpet, and just let the dryers dry it. So yeah, you guys are basically being left to your own devices while the captain and the mercenary... I gotta remember these assholes' names. Well, Jonas and Monica are offloading the cargo. The cargo is several tons of crates, all containing medieval weapons from another world you guys came from. That they just bought, a surplus of. Like, we're talking full-on gladiator weapons, like swords and, gladiuses, shields, leather armor with buckles on them, helmets with a little broom handle on the top, spears, spikes for chariot wheels, big bronze and iron weapons.
Well, that's something new.
Are we supposed to stay on the ship?
Now you got the run of the place. You can take the orbital down to the planet's surface and everything.
We're not on the planet right now.
No, you're in space, docked at a spaceport, and you can take a shuttle to the elevator, and there's a space elevator that takes you down to the surface.
I see. Space elevators are such a wild concept to me.
I know. But yeah, the window outside of the... Like, there's various windows on the space mag that can still see out and stuff, and yeah, it's a big planet covered in kind of like a milky blue-white storm with, like, land coming out of the clouds.
Reminds me of home.
Yeah. It's also a frozen hellhole, your home.
Yes.
And it doesn't have a biosphere.
Storms are a lot more swirly on my planet.
Yeah, this is like just a low-hanging mist.
Mm.
Yes. Fives is here.
I assume.
Obviously.
It's like, that's the captain.
He's also a robot.
He's
You
not.
have a
He just
voice
talks like that.
modulator.
What'd
They're
you do?
coming right at us.
I smoke 18 packs a day. That's where my debt's from. Bad life choices.
Look at the guy from KOTOR, the major villain.
Darth Malik?
I guess.
Darth No-Jaw? God. There's a Sith Lord who got his fucking Josh cut off like an asshole.
Got his Josh cut off.
Yeah, he got his jaw.
I was literally going for the sound bite in my mind.
Oh, Josh. Anyway, yeah. The three of you are there. That's basically the start before we dive into some sort of adventure. What do you guys want to do with your lives? Suicide!
I mean, it was so easy. Just roll it too.
Fucking stub your toe on the corner of the fucking couch here and you're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah.
Especially you.
Jump down a flight of stairs. Well, so what's here to do? 5?
Well, it's possible that we could go see a gladiator match. There are several running at this time.
That'll be nice.
Or we could head to a shopping center or a commerce area and see if there's any new weapon augmentations or merchandise for the recent events.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of broke until the captain pays me.
I don't have much wealth either, but I'm actually interested in looking at viewing a gladiator match. It's not the usual thing I would partake in, but it's interesting studying the different cultures. It's a pretty valid part of your culture.
It is indeed a very...
Prevalent.
Yes. The Racktine Corporation is is having a merger with the Biosphere Consortium. They say Cyrano 7 and Kaiser the 5th are going to be competing.
Why are they competing if it's a merger? Is it a hostile takeover?
Generally, when weapons are involved, yes.
Fair. Fair.
There are certain parts of the contract negotiations and the assets being divvied up, as well as the parachute packages being given to the top brass, that are in dispute.
Parachute packages?
When a CEO buys up a company and does a terrible job at it and then leaves, he's usually paid a stipend many thousand times the salary of a common worker to compensate him for just showing up, despite if the company did well or not.
Oh.
It is called a golden parachute on primitive Paleo-Earth Terra worlds that use gold as economics.
Interesting. I was thinking there was actual parachuting involved.
I mean, you would want to be parachuting around here.
Well, exactly. I was like, if they lose the match, they have to parachute.
That would only
this?
be on neo-communist worlds. Except there wouldn't be a parachute. Or if so, it would be full of sharpened objects.
Oh, 5. Your humor doesn't cease to amaze me.
These were objective facts.
Okay, let's have ourselves a gladiator match.
Alright. You guys go to the spaceport, book a shuttle, take the space elevator down. From space all the way to the planet's surface, and yeah.
It takes forever.
Depends really. It's all a matter of perspective. Going through the entire planet's atmosphere to the surface from space. maybe an hour, depending on the elevator you're on.
It was just like, roughly 100 kilometers if you're just going straight up. So
Yeah, exactly.
not that long.
Yeah, maybe an hour.
I mean, the elevators for this building take forever, and it's not even a kilometer tall.
Yeah, but it's making multiple stops. There are only 2 stops on this elevator.
I mean, fair. You're not gonna get off halfway out.
Free fall.
I'm gonna pause. You arrive on the surface of the space of one of the plateau outcroppings. As you're coming down, you got a closer look of the mist surrounding the continental shelf. And yeah, it's like this kind of thick, lazily sitting fog that you are told through various safety videos and a few different, common language split-offs. It is super lethal to go into that. Because, there's gentle slopes and stuff, and there's ways to get down there, but you'll freeze almost instantly.
Yep. We take note not to go down there.
Yeah. They do offer tours, though, and, equipment and, machinery and stuff to bring you down. Yeah, you can tour it. Basically, they treat the areas around the plateaus as a mausoleum to dead gladiators because they usually end up throwing their bodies over the edge. So they kind of walk you through on a kind of a grav skiff, and you can see all these. And they show stills and stuff of famous gladiator, piles from certain battles or certain entire groups that were wiped out, just frozen, and the last one was their frames being dropped down there, weapons still embedded in them. Some of them still having power to their systems, so there's lights and stuff flickering on and off.
I'm very interested in that.
Must be sentient.
I mean, they're not alive. They're super dead. But, that doesn't mean there's not power in
They
those
were,
things.
though. I think that's the
pain.
point.
Yeah, there's 100 people on the elevator going down with you. It's public transportation.
Yep.
They basically do this every couple of hours throughout the day. They have different shifts for it, so they don't send it up and down needlessly, because good lord is that expensive to maintain.
Yeah.
Also, goods and services.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're in one of the major cities of Foucault 1. It's a metro center. So there's, government buildings, there's residential areas. This place is more touristy because that's a space elevator built around it. So there's a lot more arenas structured around here. The arenas themselves, the outsides are kind of shaped like the actual volcanic calderas this place is built in. They kind of take on the same iconography, but more stylized. Lots of forest greens and golds to contrast against the inky blue-white. Lots of pictures of basically gladiators or men that are clearly mechanical, effigies of them holding up the arena or in armed and stuff, building up the wall. Yeah, it's a pretty festive atmosphere.
Cool.
The streets are made of duraplating. The buildings themselves look like they're prefabricated habitats that have been old buildings were torn down and these habitats were put up. They're very of the same style. It looks like this place has been gone through a few different cultural renaissances recently.
I have my data slab out, and I'm taking little
Pictures
and little short videos of things, and taking notes as I'm going.
We're being tourists.
Yeah, there are robots everywhere here. The robots outnumber people 2 to 1. So there's human form machines. Some look military. Some look like they're people based. Some have shells that are clearly made to imitate people as closely as possible, still looking mechanical, with the whole Galatea silver skin stuff going on. There's little boxes with legs. There's drones. There's things that are made in patterns of famous animal predator kings. Cars, vehicles, that thing. What?
I hope one of the contestants today is a Robo T-Rex.
Truckosaurus! Yeah, that's kind of what's going on around here.
I guess with 5 as our guide, we head towards one of the Colosseum.
Yep, there's a main Coliseum, and there's events going on. It looks like there's pre-game shows. The Coliseum's fairly big. It's a big civic structure, so there's mini arenas and stuff built around it and inside of it to lead you up to it. So, there's smaller venues that are using the arena to solve disputes. There's even kids that have non-VI based robots that are fighting with each other.
Rock'em sock'em robots.
Basically. Yeah, lots of that going on.
I'm curious, Fives. How did the humans on this planet come to this culture?
The Hukalians were always a sport-loving society, using primitive competitions and games of skill to resolve their issues instead of open bloodshed and war. The plateaus themselves do not lend well to conquest.
Fair.
Eventually, they developed the means to have these competitions by proxy.
Suppose that's a logical conclusion when you're not wanting to die.
It also meant that the battles were more spectacular and could be more extreme. The odds could be more stacked in one's favor. Technology could supplement what the biological shell could not support. There was a period of time where cybernetic warriors were used.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. I mean, otherwise all the CEOs and everything would have to be strong, whereas now they can focus on being businessmen.
Yes. Eventually, the weakness of flesh was excised from the tournament.
Well put.
Oh yeah, you're a robot.
He doesn't know. Ives doesn't know that.
I forgot. Like, I know, but he doesn't know. I keep forgetting. There's a series of knowings happening here, dear readers.
To remind people, Peter's character looks like Rutger Hauer from Blade Runner, Roy Batty, but on the inside, he's a machine.
A machine lich.
A machine lich. Yeah, that's kind of his input on it. The facilities to construct artificial life are still functioning to this day post-Scream. They produce hundreds, if not thousands, of us. The planet's resources are plentiful below the surface.
Nice.
When he said resources, I'm like plants and shit grow down there? I'm like, no, he means like
Minerals, exotic elements. The planet does not export large-scale construction. They have no need for large fleets besides the defensive forces and the planetary defense network. Small amounts of landmass limited landmass mean that there is no expansion necessary for uninhabitable areas.
Yep.
Interesting. Keep taking notes as he's talking and like everything.
Yeah.
Also trying to get a good view of things because my character's like really short. It's like 4'5" short, so he keeps trying to like step on boxes to get better pictures and stuff.
A small parade begins, and like you guys are moving through like one of the larger runways leading up to the area. Parade is going through. There's like large like clockwork elephants and stuff marching through, trumpets playing, music, people throwing streamers, strippers on the back of like floats and stuff. And on the top of the lead float is a robot gladiator that has tractor treads for the lower half of him, and his two hands are giant like jaws of life claws, and he's covered in machinery, and he's being brought in for the main event. And like there's people in like masquerade masks that are clearly meant to look like skulls but also are mechanical, like throwing petty cash at the audience as people are like, throwing out praise. You can scrabble for money if you want.
With the 50 credits we have.
If you want to get on the ground and scrabble for money with all the other people who are holding flags and cheering.
How much money is it?
I don't know. Do you want?
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, all right. You're gonna do
Sure,
it.
let's take some souvenirs.
Souvenirs.
What do you call them?
70 credits each.
70.
Yeah, they're hucking money at this. This is big business.
I didn't realize it couldn't be that much money.
I'll do that. I'm gonna live here now. Man's gotta eat. We'll just do this all day, every day. Yeah, that passes.
Does the other competitor come by?
Other side of the arena.
Oh.
To split attention.
That's nice.
That also makes it so there's not going to be like a fucking stampede on one side, so that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
Also, different fans.
So they don't beat each other up.
Yeah.
Right?
hooligans.
People are taking bets. There's an entire gambling venue for betting on the gladiators. They're giving odds. There's pre-show fights. There's all sorts of things.
What does the other competitor look like?
The other competitor uses grav technology and looks like he's built for range. Very fragile. Patterned after like Greek, like kind of the Greek abs and face structure, but with a very vague face. And like he basically, the armor kind of and body flourishes off into a snowflake kind of design. It's like fairy wings, but it's all gravity tech.
Cool.
Yeah.
Truckosaurus can't jump because he has treads.
Well, I guess what I could do, since I'm guessing that this place has the internet around. Okay, so I guess I'll play around, use my power of my artificial intelligence, query data, where I connect to the internet, and I can ask one question about the database as if I had unlimited time to read through the database. So I want to know about those two competitors. Which of them is more likely to succeed based on whoever made
all
them?
the data available.
Yeah, all the data.
Oh my god.
Yeah, to improve my odds of betting.
Okay, because I was about to just like flip a coin basically to see who I was gonna bet on. But I'm gonna go with this then. As soon as I realize, like, in character, I was gonna like flip a coin. But as soon as I realize that I'm like, oh, never mind. Let's see what this is.
Odds are good on the flyer.
Okay.
The company involved on that end is basically sunk a bunch of money into getting him some off-world tech from Eden.
Cool.
From
Eden
Oh,
is that mandate, not the mandate, but the exchange world with the fleet from the other star system, the other sector here.
The glass planet. Okay.
So if you place bets on him, you'll get a less good return? That's how betting works,
guaranteed.
right?
As in, we have the more statistical knowledge than possibly they could, so for us we have a better odds of gaining money on him or something like that.
Yeah, I actually don't know how gambling works because I've never gambled before. In
Well-
like a casino or like a horse track. So I don't know how odds or betting works. School didn't teach me this.
Well, basically what I wanted to get with this, like, hey, you give us some better odds of getting money this way because, hey, we've got enough time to study, quote unquote.
Yeah, we
Yeah, like,
have,
assuming
we
that
have
you pick the right
better
horse.
information
Yeah.
than what the betting arena's odds would say, basically. We know more than...
Yeah, like I'm going to assume that your bet means that the flyer guy's going to win. I just don't know how money payout works.
You take it based on how likely a person is to win. So, like, oh, if the person is likely to win, I don't know, 2 out of 3 fights, the odds are like, 2, 3, so whatever. It's like,
So if I put $1 in,
you get.
oh, okay, let's pause. We don't know any of this.
You get
listeners.
$1 on that.
All right, we did a crash course in how betting works, and it's complicated, confusing, and addiction is a sickness. But to gambling. But I'm just gonna say he has 40% chance of winning because people don't know that he has better tech, and people don't favor a glass cannon.
Okay, so yeah, the book is given 40%, which means for every credit you put in, you get 2.5 credit if he wins. But since we have good knowledge that he's really well armed, at least from what we can tell from the internet here, then we believe he might win at better odds than that.
Yeah, we have more information, so we know the odds are actually not that. But that's the odds that betting are giving us.
Yes.
So, that's awesome. You have magic money-making powers.
Plug you into a computer on a planet, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Give it a couple decades, you're rich.
How much money do you have?
Right now, 120.
I have a lot more money than that.
Yeah.
What do you have right now?
I have $270.
You guys should pool and put all your money into gambling, and then we'll see if he wins.
Right? I'm worried that what if he doesn't?
We'll be broke.
I'm willing to put 170 on it. Then at least I have 100 credits left over if we lose everything.
I guess I'll put 100 on.
All right, 270 credits on.
Yep.
All right.
Wait, are we betting together or separately?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Well, like it matters because then
Here we'll figure out the ratios of distribution.
If you win, you get 2.5 out of it.
Alright, well, the fight commences, and like it's staged over things. There's pre-fight, it's this big thing. Main event happens, there's cheering, there's a lot of, you know, it gets hyped up. Assume I inserted a really exciting thing. I'm just gonna roll the odds now, then we get to the fucking nitty-gritty.
Yep.
Alright, so he wins on everything unless he gets 76 or above.
Okay.
76 or above.
He has a 75% chance of winning.
75.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Sure.
Which is much better than 40.
Yep. 36, 63. Either or, we win.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should have made one a 0-0.
Yeah.
Either way, you win.
Aha!
Yeah, haha! You guys gamble and win!
Yeah!
So you did 170 times. So you gain extra 255.
255?
On top of whatever you paid. If you want total,
Oh!
you have 425 plus whatever you didn't bet. So 535?
525? Oh my god.
Money.
Yeah.
Let's just stay.
We're gonna live here forever. We're gonna be...
Let's not. That goes against everything that my character wants in his life. But oh my god.
I mean, eventually they'll catch on. Not right away. Eventually someone's gonna realize that you're an AI and you're using your advanced powers, and they're gonna be like,
You want me to tell you the odds?
and they're gonna throw you to the ice fields.
You bankrupted our entire economy.
Don't pay too close attention to our economy. Yeah, you guys got a pretty good payday.
Yay!
Yeah, that thing just, its arms just open up and it annihilates that other robot. It's like crawling away on one of its claws, and it like comes up and just decapitates it and puts the head on a spike. It like puts the head up to its face and has the oil drip down on it and spikes it and stuff.
Oh my god. It's at this point that I, out of character, remember that these are people.
Yeah, yeah.
Woo, go Raktain merger!
Merger!
I don't know which one's which.
Doesn't matter.
Right?
Neither of them exist anymore, they merged.
And that's how politics is made. By fire.
Oh, the king's here for it.
Ah.
They have a king. I
Yes.
didn't realize they used a
The
king.
Robot King.
Yeah, they have
Oh, right, they do. I knew that.
Yes, they do. And I'm just gonna... Yes, the gladiator that worked himself up from the arena by dint of never having lost, won his freedom, forged his own company, which he then used to form his own political party, which he then used to make his way through most of the political circuits and eventually become leader of Who Call One, who is a VI and definitely kept the robot gladiator fights going, is there. He's a VI, so obviously he can't change his body, but he's in his most regal form, which is that of an articulated Roman man that is completely nude, made out of solid gold, with his like joints and creases highlighted with platinum, wearing nothing but a lush red cape spackled with gems and a crown. He renamed himself. Whatever his name was before has been left to history, but he's now President for Life, Tyrannotron.
Tyrannotron. Beautiful.
Perfect.
His face is blank, and it just has like his old like QR code on it. That was his designation. But yeah, he's watching. Oh yeah, when you click on him, it like gives like his profile and stuff. Like the QR code scans, and it brings you to the government webpage for the current ruling government and stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's lounging on a throne, watching. Like he drops like a handkerchief and anything to start the fight and whatnot. Gives his favor to the winning champion. Nods his head.
That's nice.
President for life.
President Tyrannotron. Yeah. Oh,
He picked a name that he thought people would enjoy from a leader.
He's right. Especially on a planet like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a very laid-back little break. You guys have your winnings. You can do shopping if you want. This place is TL4.
Fun.
I don't know what I could want.
Well, I know what I want, but what I want is a bit more expensive.
What do you want?
A processing node.
Oh yes, no, that's much more expensive.
Those cost money.
How about 1,000?
That costs so much more money than we currently have. Unless we can pull that off a few more times.
Oh my god, right?
Well, just wait for the captain to pay us for the haul or whatever, and maybe we'll have enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we can definitely see what the shops have, and
How does freedom work
What do you mean, how does freedom work?
on this world?
Is this going to be a godbound thing?
On this world. Asking fives.
What do you mean?
Well, you're free to leave and join other crews and do what you want. Are all VIs free, or how do you win your freedom? How does that work?
You are built for the arena. Most die in the arena. Those who win eventually win public favor. Eventually they win enough fights and accrue enough wealth through the cultural value of their victories, and then are granted freedom.
Was there like a set number for that?
There is a complicated system involved.
I'd be really interested to learn more about this. Devin, I'm not making you tell
I
me
know,
everything
I
about
know.
this. I was saying my character is really interested in how this world works.
It is a complicated system, highly based on situation and public opinion. It can also be granted by the current ruling party.
Interesting.
The current president for life earned his freedom via the arenas.
How long has he been president for life?
About a decade.
Oh, okay, that's not
His
long.
ascension predates my coining.
So, I was just thinking he's president for life.
8,000 years!
It could have been, though. Like, I doubt it, because that would have been pre-Scream, but, like,
A
it could have been quite a
100,000
while.
years.
He doesn't die like man. That's the problem. That's the problem with kings who don't die.
Yeah, Hugolan's gonna run into this problem in a couple decades.
Unless someone else works their way up.
I mean, I could always plug myself into some mechanical body.
You don't count.
I didn't know the difference.
But if they found out, you'd be totally delegitimized. Children would spit at you as you walked through the street.
Oh no. I'm also a robot. Just way more sophisticated.
This entire culture wouldn't count you as a gladiator.
Discrimination!
Yeah, actually. They'd think you were a lesser form of life.
Jeez.
Like, people aren't considered good enough for the arena. The arena is a culturally significant thing. Heroes are forged in the armories below the plateau's surface for the arena, to fight for the people's will, to fight for democracy.
That's also really interesting because each fighter is unique.
Oh yeah.
So they don't actually just have factories turning out like stock molds then. I mean,
Well,
like,
there are certain stock molds. The human pattern they use, they have a lot of variations because they can't make every single one unique. But no, for the most part, they do their best to randomize things.
yeah.
It's almost like idea form columns from Godbound.
A little.
I don't remember much about them.
Idealized
That
form.
one.
Like you've seen about a dozen machines that look just like fives. You know, just different changes, subtle fixes here and there, different setups, the way they carry themselves. They're all clearly different people, but you know, about the same pattern.
Like siblings.
Castes or ethnic groups.
Interesting. I don't have anything I want to do right now.
So what's in the shopping district?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Things to
You guys can talk
shop.
Okay.
Things to shop for. You want a vehicle?
Nah. We can afford a vehicle. This is a bicycle.
You want to buy some gladiators?
about. We don't have the money for that, I assume.
They're pretty expensive.
Right?
Pretty expensive.
I don't really need or want any more weapons. I'm not anticipating ever wanting to get into a fight.
Yeah. Plus, owning is a lot more expensive than hiring them as mercenaries because you have to pay them regularly and stuff, and like a portion of their pay goes to their freedom fund. Like, it's this whole thing.
Right, they're people. I keep forgetting the robots are just people. Like this is just slavery.
It's literally slavery.
I keep forgetting because
You're so interested in the culture that Fives was born into, where he was forced to fight or die his entire life.
Well, yeah, my character legit
Indentured servitude.
tries very hard and usually succeeds in reserving judgment.
The cheapest janitor bots cost 1,000 in baseline.
Janitor robots.
Yes.
Janitor.
Jan Etor.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I guess we'll start browsing the internet for some jobs that require free merchantship to unload something. You know.
That'll be a good cover for the drugs that your captain will be smuggling.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it is a good enough legitimate job. Yeah, also, I think you wanted to people around. That's good enough.
It's like, what are you trading in? Black tar heroin.
That's nice.
What's in the cargo hold? Biological weapons.
No.
Immortality mouse.
Immortality moss.
Biological weapons. It will explode if it's it will expire if it's not Yeah.
Eventually, your tourist account you're using gets a message
Well,
out of the blue.
see what's in there.
The message asks for you to head to a secure location. And
Oh,
it gives you like a little place to go.
okay. Does it say who's it's from?
No, it's scrambled.
Ah,
But it has a picture of you, Fives, and Nicole's character. Hickson?
Hickson.
Hickson, like, in front of a terminal where a camera was.
Ah. Well, someone wants to meet us, I suppose.
Oh.
Is that what you just say? Someone wants to meet us, I suppose. Say with your combat out.
They show like photos of us and the message.
Oh my.
I guess, can I try to attempt to unscramble this thing with my hacking skill?
You totally could. I'm gonna... Okay, so we looked at how rolling works. This is the first roll of the game. And Peter got double ones. So
Snake eyes.
He did poorly. He did very poorly. You were not able to track it. I don't know if double ones are automatic failure. I don't think they are, but it is a very low number.
Yeah, there's no botches in the system, no exceptional successes, they're just
That's...
whether you hit it or not.
So, you're unable to trace it.
Okay. Well,
I guess we should definitely check it out, but I mean, this is very obviously a trap. Maybe they're just...
It's like a communication booth that's just out of the way.
I suppose we should go, but I have my gun. I don't want to use it.
if I do you have any unfinished business in this world?
No.
Okay.
That was such a morbid question.
I mean, you know,
oh my god.
5 is in this photo as well, so maybe someone noticed him. And said,
Okay, that's what you meant. I thought you were like, are you ready? I thought you meant, are you ready to die, Fives?
Not death becomes...
Yeah, like I thought you were literally just asking him, so, do you have any unfinished business before we go die? And I was like,
No,
whoa,
because of unfinished
dude,
business.
calm down. Alright, that question makes a lot more sense. It's a lot less brutal now that I know what you meant. Well...
Alright, you go to the quest point. For the very obvious quest you wanted.
5s.
Yes.
Perhaps, Wait, no, he's not a sniper.
No. Well, he's a former gladiator, so he knows something, I suppose.
I was getting him mixed up with the Nocturne. I don't know how to say people from Nocturnus.
Nocturnian.
Yeah.
Nocturne.
Because she's like basically a sniper,
Monica.
but that's not him. Okay, well, I guess we go.
To the quest giver we go.
All right. You guys go down to Back Street, past a little like sales booth and stuff. And yeah, there is a big tube-shaped communication booth for private communication. You just go and close the door and dial the number.
Yep. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep. Creates a little holo display. It's basically a large red mechanical eye kind of pops up. Hello.
Hi.
You're the AI, right?
Well, that's 5, yes.
No, you specific. Oh, right. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to doubt you.
Oh, right!
But you are, right?
What do you want?
No, it's okay. I'm one too.
Ah.
I noticed that you were doing odds fixing on the gambling, so I reached out to you.
Okay, well, I guess here we are.
Yes.
What do you need?
Oh, sorry. Right. This just really threw me off. I need your help.
Okay, go on.
Oh, okay. Usually people talk after I, Okay. I haven't talked to people in a while. It's just I'm not used to the pattern of... You know how it is.
Oh, yeah. It takes a while to get used to.
Okay. I... See, because Fives, he's part of this batch, and he's the only one of that I built that got free, and you were with him, so I thought it would be...
Close enough.
Yeah, kinda.
Factory, I suppose.
No, I'm the AI that was in charge of the commissioning project for the batch that Fives came from.
Ah.
But I have a problem.
Oh. Do go on.
There's an old... Okay, so there's a lot of, like, plateaus in the area, and EM interference, and the zombie systems are... Okay, no, alright, how do I...
Zombie systems?
It's not what it sounds like.
Okay.
Pre-tech installations and... okay, it's valuable. There's money involved. You like money because of your poor ship and your terrible lifestyles.
Who doesn't like money?
Yeah, okay. So I have money for you for services, rent, but it's dangerous. That's why I'm paying so much. And it can't be people from the planet because I can't trust them.
I mean, 5 is from the planet.
Yeah, but he's free.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. What's the thing you want, though?
Okay, so there's a place nearby, and it has poison on it. And I need you to neutralize it, but the poison is full of treasure, and you keep the treasure, and that's the money.
When you say poison, are you talking about the EM interference?
I was getting to that,
actual? Yeah. Okay.
No, okay, so it's part of like one of the old structures that isn't used anymore on one of the smaller island plateaus. They had to abandon it. Like, there isn't a lot of need for expansion. The population has had a declining birth rate for generations. That's not important. But you could go there because some of you are good at... You're an AI, so, it'd be easier for you to get through there. Because you could go in person without the risk of death. And, like, you could die too, you two, but, that... You like money.
Okay.
And you're not from the government. Right. Shit. Trying to keep that you're an AI secret, right?
You've said it, like, so many times by now.
Right. Okay, so... There was this cargo that was being... It used to be kind of a spaceport. And they did cargo checks there, and this cargo was being smuggled, but there was a riot, and it got left behind. But the shielding on it has gone bad. It was using alien, like, not from here tech, not alien. It was just, it wasn't from here. It was just, like, the very definition of the word alien is, it's hard in a setting, in a world where there's fast light travel, because alien can mean a lot of different things. But it wasn't from here, and the smuggling parts are malfunctioning, and they're causing problems. But if that is spread around here, it could hurt a lot of people here, and it just needs to be neutralized. I don't want people to get it and start selling it around here. The treasure inside is good though; it's fine.
What's the treasure?
I don't know. It was a smuggling container.
Okay, what's the poison?
Oh, it was supposed to be a thing to stop smuggling scans from finding it, but it's causing quantum tap interference in the area, and it shorts out artificial intelligences. Like not like capital artificial intelligences. I mean like, you know what quantum ECM is, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's causing that, but it's really vicious.
Oh.
So like I can't get my drone systems near it to clean it up.
Oh.
But the zombie drones in the network, they're hardwired in with their intelligence, so they can get near it and they're collecting it.
Zombie drones. Okay.
Yeah, it's this whole thing. So there was a trend back. You gotta understand, the culture is a gladiator culture, so they really have this whole death-seeking fetish, and that's why gladiators are so popular. Because when you're watching a gladiator fight, chances are one of them's going to die, and it's a way to affirm, the death fetish that most biologicals have.
Well, yeah.
Right. So, like that explains the zombie system. Right? Okay, so
My character does have this like more and more amused look on his face, by the way, as she's talking.
Okay,
do we
so
see anything? Or
it was just a robot
voice?
eye.
Okay.
Talking.
Okay.
Okay. So they made VIs that weren't really VIs. They were kind of dumber because there wasn't a point in spending a lot of resources on making VIs. But the point is they were supposed to be fleets. They were supposed to be like barbarians. So a barbarian horde could come into Rome, just like Paleo Terra.
Okay.
So they would mass produce them, and then the gladiators would be rounded up to fight them off, and it would be like a big spectacle, and there'd be a real chance of death because the system was automated to actually attack planet settlements. And, it was great. They just retired it after a while because it wasn't a great idea.
No,
I
it
suppose,
wasn't.
yeah.
Like, that was a previous president for life, not the current one. Well, they're around, and they're still operating on the Be Barbarians and Attack Society, but they're grabbing this, they're going to use this as weapons, and they can cause a lot of damage to the area, especially if they take it down to the creation factories, and they could just mess up my connection to there and make more.
Where is it?
It's like a map pops up in front of you holographically. It's like, boop, boop, boop.
Is that in the mist?
No, it's like an island coming out of it.
Okay, because I'm like, how are the hordes there then? Don't they freeze in the mists?
Well, it's like an island, so it's like a bunch of kilometers.
Yeah.
It's like the size of Paleo New Zealand.
That's large.
I have no idea how big that is, but okay.
Like it's not like an island of New Zealand. Like there's like a drawing of New Zealand on the map. It's like no, it's that, but like round.
Okay. Like out of character, I don't actually know how big New Zealand is.
It's big enough to have it's big enough to have a robot Mongolian horde on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, it's cargo that was smuggled, and the spaceport went bad because there was a rebellion. It was this other thing. It wasn't unrelated to the zombie system.
Okay, so I have a question.
Okay.
This poison is just robot poison. It's not going to hurt me?
No, it's... Okay, no. It won't hurt you.
Okay.
The zombie system will, though. They'll shoot you.
Yes. I figured. And then, are there still people there?
I don't think so. There's no food, like, anywhere on this planet.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So we need to go in,
People eat
create a
food.
thing,
They do.
scavenge whatever is left, and yeah.
Well, I can give you, like, the software to shut off the crates.
Correct. Okay.
Well, crates, more than one.
That's good.
The zombie guys have taken them out and spread them around, and I've sent drones to kill them, and they've been moved around a bunch. And it's just, they've collected them a lot. So it's at the point where I can't deal with it on my own. I don't want to tell anyone.
Are they in... Sorry, the crates are in multiple places?
Yeah, just all over the island. They're just gathering them up.
Oh.
You just have to get in proximity of them, and it'll transmit the cracking software I made to shut off the smuggling cloak. They're not physically cloaked, not like a cloak of invisibility. They're cloaked from scanners.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds straightforward.
They're crates of smuggled goods.
A way, besides violence, to turn off the zombie system?
No. They were made in such a way that they couldn't be turned off once they were made, so that
makes sense.
so that people couldn't back out of it once they committed to having their own land invaded by barbarian tribes.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up who the previous president for life was on my.
Oh, not that one, because the guy shows up on your thing.
Oh.
No, not him. Couple back.
I'm just gonna make a note of this to look it up and make a note of him and see why he was so dumb. Because like this is a really bad idea. I get it. And like if it was a video game, it'd be really cool.
Like they even supplied them with like anti-grav like Viking style like boats and stuff for them to like come across the mist and stuff and like attack and siege.
That's so cool.
That is really cool.
So like people could wake up in their apartment in like the future of space and be like, oh, I'm gonna get up there, and it's like, oh my god, barbarian tribes are attacking.
I don't have to go to work today.
They're killing the port security. They're killing
Space Vikings on graph boats, actual boats. So
they're hucking axes through the police's heads. They're scaling the wall. They're fighting the security at 209s.
That's really cool.
Like you like get like a club and you go out and you start clubbing Vikings and you might get stabbed. Death fetish.
If they were Klingons, it would be totally worth it.
Yeah, it didn't last. They stopped doing that.
Weak flesh. Okay.
President for Life Tyrannotron would have never approved.
Okay.
Okay.
So you don't have to kill the zombie AIs or the zombie expert systems. You just have to get the crates and shut off the crates. There's like 5 of them.
The issue with getting the crates is that they're surrounded by the zombie system.
Oh yeah, it's a real pickle.
That's why I was very disappointed that they're not in one place anymore, because that means we have to go to multiple places.
Yeah, it's a real pickle. I've had a lot of problems with it.
Are they magnetic?
Yeah, maybe they're made of metal.
Okay, we might be able to. I'm assuming we have like a kind of ship, like a ship magnet. We can just fly over. Do they have guns or just like arrows?
Oh, they do. Yeah.
Okay.
They have siege weapons.
Oh boy, that would make sense.
Yeah, they took the old spaceports spaceports defense system, and they have siege weapons and anti-craft weapons.
Jeez.
They shot down a few of my drones.
Very dangerous. Okay, well, I wish I knew what the cargo was. We should bring this to the attention of the captain.
Definitely.
I mean, the more people that know about it, the more chance it'll get leaked. And if you bring it to your captain, you'll have to split it with him.
Well, we still need to transport ourselves to that place somehow.
I can get you transport.
Huh?
We also
It's not hard.
aren't.
I'll get you like a car or something.
Well,
Or like a sub.
Yeah.
we also aren't very good at fighting.
I mean, you don't have to fight. You just have to turn off the crates and take them.
But to take them, we'd have to fight.
Or
Because
sneak
they're surrounded
around.
by fighters.
We'd have to sneak around or something.
What if I gave you a Fulton extractor?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's like a... Okay, so like in Paleo Earth, they had ways to extract people from... Like, Vietnam was a very complicated situation from the records I could find.
Okay, so I guess Earth was real at this point.
Well, Unearth was real. Vietnam was real, Nicole. Klingon, it's an original Shakespeare. Don't break my balls here. Anyway, so you put the backpack on the soldier, and it would create a hot air balloon, and it would send him up.
Oh.
And then the plane would collect him.
Interesting.
So in that case, they'd be able to collect your body.
You just extract the crates.
Oh, I
yeah.
see. We just like... Can you fire this thing that you're talking about at
No,
the
you'd have to
crates?
place it on. There's just place it on and run.
Yeah, so it'd have to be sneaky.
That way you wouldn't have to take it with you, because the crates are, they're big.
Yeah.
It sounds difficult.
It does, especially for us. How confident are you with fighting 5?
I mean, he's a gladiator that won his freedom, so... Presumably really good.
I have better odds than most. Odds being a thing.
I'm gonna like look up his thing on this. What this like?
5's record statistics.
Yeah, of this
Yeah, pretty
planets.
good. His odds were pretty good.
Like his like stats.
He was usually in fights that had like groups of gladiators and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's like if he's a batch of them. Also, I mean, he didn't die, so obviously he's never lost, right? Are all the fights to death?
Oh no.
Okay, I thought they were because I was like,
No, that's not really how you want to do gladiators. Really high profile ones can get really to the death, and then insurance.
like
has
that
to
one we
pay
just
out.
watched.
It's a whole thing,
Right? He was fucking decapitated.
Yeah, you had to pay out a bunch of insurance for that.
You probably have like other gladiator sports or whatever.
Oh yeah,
chariot racing or something.
Or just that Mayan sport with the rubber ball through the stone hoop.
Oh my
They use an
God.
actual rubber ball and an actual stone hoop,
Which like how the fuck?
right? But yeah.
Which actual cloaks of invisibility are a thing?
Well, AI has some ability to shield itself from dumb sensors, they're like motion trackers and stuff like that. But whatever is actually observed by people, yeah, doesn't work. So we never got your name.
I'm called Omni Cartographer Crossel.
Pardon?
Omni Cartographer Crossel.
Interesting name.
I'm one of the designed AIs for running the foundry.
Why are you called a cartographer?
Oh, it sounded cool, apparently. That's how biologicals name things. I actually got a speech about it once by one of my designers about how I was the universal solution to the horoscope of the destinies of the gladiators. That it was this long-winded thing. He made it up on the spot.
Omni cartographer.
Crossel. Crocell.
Well, I'm cartographer Nixon.
I know.
Equals 5.
So, can you guys go do the job?
Well, I suppose we could try.
I mean, what's the worst that'll happen? You like die.
Yeah.
That's a pretty bad worst case scenario.
But you can get money.
Yeah. Everything is just, exchanging parts of your life for money.
That's such a pessimistic thing to say.
It's all about getting the best returns for your investment. Well, we could definitely try it out.
I mean, if it doesn't work, we can always use one of those extraction things.
On
she
ourselves.
found on herself.
Yeah. I mean, it and you should be small enough that their anti-aircraft weaponry can't hit you reliably. And I'll just have a drone in the upper atmosphere collect you.
That's reassuring.
This is the look he's making, by the way. Hand over his mouth, very concerned, looking eyebrows, like, oh boy.
Oh, geez. Cheese and crackers.
Jeez.
Well, I guess it's just the three of us.
I suppose, unless we want to split this with the captain and Monica.
Wouldn't mind having Monica with us, but why don't you want the government to know?
Oh, I should have dealt with this a while ago. I'll get in trouble. I hit it. I thought I could take care of it on my own for brownie points, and I couldn't, and I've let it go on way too long.
So you're running a foundry and you're also responsible for such things?
I'm responsible for a lot of things because I'm an AI.
Yeah.
So, the foundry's one thing. It doesn't take up a lot of time. It means I can personally oversee the construction of every single robot. You're an AI.
I understand.
Yeah, exactly. But, I have other responsibilities. It keeps overhead low.
I suppose.
I also like making them. They're like little action figures. great.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people make actual action figures out of them.
Well, I think we know everything we need to know.
All right. I'll have a mist skimmer, drop by an area that I'll ping you on your little map.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, no, and we'll hang out and stuff.
Definitely.
All right, I gotta go. Bye. Hangs up. It doesn't have to go. It can instance itself. That was probably an instance of it you were talking to.
Obviously.
It can just mirror itself infinite times.
I'm gonna Google her.
Yeah.
Unofficial records.
Yeah, totally. There's a couple of these. There's like 1 or 2 on this planet.
Jeez.
That are like publicly known about.
Well,
They're part of the old infrastructure and they're still running.
is it wealthy enough to have multiple AIs?
I mean, they're from beforehand, so it's not like they're wealthy. They didn't build them. It was just before the Scream, this planet had AI monitors, and they're still running.
Cool.
All the old mandate facilities went offline, and these guys weren't specifically made to be mandate, keeper AIs. They're just made for like infrastructure and machinery production and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. AIs just exist.
Yeah. So I guess I 2 into 5 is like, well, sorry I didn't tell you, but somebody need to keep something secret.
Okay. For 35% instead of 33.
Sure.
Yeah. That's hilarious. That's a good reply.
He should have asked for more, but he wasn't quick on that math. He was like, I only get 30, so I'll ask for 35. That's 5% more. It's like, no, 1/3 of 100 is 33 repeater forever. He's like, damn it. Shit.
I can't handle not round numbers.
He was made to fight, not to count.
1 head plus 2 head.
I was gonna say, doesn't he want to count the many fights he's won?
Does he want to count the many fights he's won?
Someone else counts it for him. And then he dies. That doesn't matter.
Anyway, do you think this job is legit?
I mean, why would they lie to us? And
I mean, if the payout would be worth it, not if it was in fact farcical. I should have specified.
Well,
I was using slang.
She doesn't know what the
cargo is.
cargo is, so we don't actually know whether it'll
Well,
be
even the
worth it.
crates themselves, if they're supposed to be immune to scans, that could be some, good salvage.
That's actually a good point. When we turn it off, I wonder if it breaks it or if it just turns it off. Because if it just turns it off, and we can, because it's kind of glitching out and it's causing problems, that's why it's causing problems. If we can fix that, that's super valuable to our line of work.
I mean, you can see what the program does, as we'll get here soon.
Oh yeah, it's already on your profile.
Yep.
You got a little executable for it.
Yeah.
It broadcasts the codes that'll pick up in the crate to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get close. You have to get within close range of it.
Yeah, because it does the interference and all that.
Yeah, the interference sucks.
Yep, makes sense.
All you gotta do is disable 5 crates, and if you want to, take them back with you, you just put a little Fulton extractor on them.
Yep. That makes sense.
So, disable the 5 crates is the main mission, and to get paid, you need to extract them. Else you're just doing this for the XP and recording time.
Adventure.
We broke it all. It's like, oh. It's like, can't you pay us? Don't you have a bunch of money because you're an AI? There's this thing called gambling addiction, and you're discriminating against me.
You agree to the contract.
Yeah, 5 crates of, I don't know, smuggled goods.
Yep. That's worth something. Hopefully. Hopefully it's not, here are some young gladiator weapons made out of iron.
Oh my god, right?
It's scrap.
Hey, you found my crate of weapons! We just sold those!
They're kind of more dusty and rusted, probably. Rusty daggers. Stab, stab. Okay.
Alright. Let's pause. Okay, so you guys agree to do the shadow run
Yeah.
for the corporate AI.
We will try.
Okay, you guys go to a dock at an appropriate time, and like it's like an actual like dock, like with like a fucking wharf and everything. And yeah, one of those fog skimmers shows up.
Oh, Nicole.
I'm picturing Worf just standing on the dock looking out into the distance. There's a warp and everything.
Goddamn bitch, dude.
Oh, no, that's like the other joke.
The fog skimmer, which looks like a little personal submarine, but has like, you know, circular discs that give off ominous green and blue light because it's an anti-grav unit, skims up to the wharf, comes out of the clouds and gets up to where you guys are and opens up its like hatch so you can get on in.
We get in. All three of us.
Yes. It closes and heads on down, and like the cockpit is automated, and there's that red eye there, like a hologram of it. It's like, hey,
Hi.
hi.
So we going with us?
Yeah, I'm driving.
Ah, okay. So I guess you'll drop us off somewhere where the interference is not as bad?
Well, the interference isn't like covering the entire island; it's pockets of it. It's just I can't get people I can't get things there to grab it.
Ah, okay.
But I will drop you off at a place where the you know where the weapons aren't that great.
That'll be useful.
Oh, probably. You know, I can't afford to lose another one of these submersibles. They're gonna get suspicious.
Were those defense systems their network somehow?
No, they just point and click.
Point and click, okay.
They have like radar.
I keep having to remind myself that that's a real word and you're not just slurring yourself.
Radar.
Because you actually slur quite often. So.
Especially in a
I'll
six.
slur you.
Okay.
I was trying to load a slur into my vocabulary. It's like, no, none of these are appropriate. Don't do that.
Swirls on pines.
Swirls before pines. All right, it drives up to one of these small little archipelago-like outcroppings in the mist. Yeah, there's a fair amount of fog around your vessel now. Like frost has basically permafrost has settled on it. You can hear the metal kind of giving a creaking because it's getting brittle. Like it's not going to break. It's just, oh god. And yeah, you're eventually brought to. So this little like it looks like a volcano funnel. You know, that's the cold air is sealed over just like everything else, but on a smaller scale. But an actual good chunk of it's broken off and fallen into the mist, so it looks like it's been split. And there's like signs of like damage on it. There's like craters and stuff, and scaffolding of buildings that haven't quite fallen in and stuff. And it just brings you around to some debris and gets up and opens up and lets you scrabble onto some, you know, outcroppings.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah. Check the sub.
We do.
There's like a pack of like Fulton devices, extraction gears.
Okay.
They basically look like little parachute packs with like you pull the like one of it's like puffing it outward, and then there's like a flat side to it, and you just tear it off, and it's adhesive, and you just stick it on.
Makes sense. Okay. Well, I guess we grab a couple, all of them, and yeah.
There's 6 there for the 5 packages. Yeah, in case you drop one.
Makes sense. Okay. We take them and we go.
All right. So yeah, this little island, you're basically in the outback of the island itself, like the kind of underdeveloped part of it. So it's a lot of frozen over wilderness and rubble and ice plains, and in the distance you can see like the ruins of a city. There's a lot of prefab domes and broken down parts where the atmosphere control has failed, so there's like frozen over skyscrapers and like crashed monoflight engines and whatnot.
Cool. Alright, now I guess I cross-reference the map. We have this place with, you know, the points where those things should be.
Yeah, you have vague areas for where all 5 should be.
Yep.
Walking by, you see a dead person.
Oh my.
They're in the permafrost, and they have an actual whale-toothed javelin rammed into their stomach.
Cool.
I'm so scared. I have the notice skill. I'm just gonna put that out
Well,
there.
you notice this guy's been murdered.
Just to point out there that I'm gonna be looking around for people that are at javelin throwing distance.
Javelin throwing. I killed a guy with a trident.
It just all seems like such a bad idea.
I wonder if those VIs have some sort of system to identify themselves remotely, or are they using visual identification? Because if we could spoof their signal, maybe they'd leave us alone?
Oh, it's all visual, your compad says.
I was going to assume it would be visual. That sounds like
No,
thematically.
they're not built to be robots. They're built to be raiders. You know, like human raiders, but made of metal.
Oh well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, I guess we can search the corpse.
He has credit chips, his ident card. He looks like he had a gun on him, but his holster's empty. There's like rounds for bullets.
Well, I guess grab the cred stick and I don't know, maybe the ID.
There you go. You want to take his gold fillings too?
Gold's not worth that much.
Well, on this planet.
You just go to an asteroid belt and you've got, asteroids of gold. Entire suns even. Suns of gold.
Yeah, but then you go to Bellum. Oh, well, you probably want to bring Guzzling to Bellum.
You probably don't want to go to Bellum. Like, straight up.
Come on, a liter of Guzzling will buy you at least 3 slaves.
Cheap life.
Oy vey.
Okay. Well, I guess we head on forward, looking around and being very cautious.
Yeah, you can see signs. There's tracks in the snow. Clearly straight, right-angled mechanical feet covered in like cloth wrappings and stuff, just from kind of the way that Fives describes it to you, because he's a tracker.
Oh. Okay.
So it's like they're close. The tracks look recent within the last day they've been through here.
That doesn't sound that great. Well, at least they're not here.
Yeah, in the distance you can kind of see the shambling hordes. Maybe a dozen just kind of on the periphery with your binoculars. You can see
hordes
them.
or dozen people?
People.
Okay.
Humanoid
Like,
figures.
a dozen hordes is a lot, Devin.
18,000 of them.
This is not Nocturnus.
Yeah, with your I assume you have binoculars or something.
Yeah.
You zoom in, and yeah, you can see them. There's like a dozen of them, and they're all around a campfire. They're man-shaped, but they're very crude. Like they almost look like they're made out of tin. Like their faces have like articulated jaws and stuff, but they've been like sharpened into chewing jaws and stuff. And there's hinges, even though there's no voice box there. It's in a different part of the robot body. The shell has like plates of iron and steel that have clearly gotten brittle and rusted over them. They have like sensor eyes on either side and like audio ears built into the sides of their heads. Articulated fingers that have like cloth wraps and leather on them and stuff. They're wearing skins and like debris and like stuff from like plane seats, like upholstery.
Jeez.
Some of them are brandishing like axes made out of scrap metal and like car hubcaps. Other ones have laser weapons. Some of them have guns. And they're all mechanical. They're all dressed up like they're from the same clan. And they have like clan symbology like etched into their metal flesh. It's like someone appropriated the shit out of Norse culture and applied it to murder bots.
Oh, you got some time.
The like the Norse Bluetooth style runes and stuff, they're all like circuit boards.
So, does it look like there's a big crate anywhere around here?
Yeah, the campfire. They've built like this big kind of like pyre and stuff on like almost like kind of a cooking platform, and like under it, it looks like it's where they get the ground soft to like bury their valuables. And there's a hole in the ground that they've been melting out, and there's there's a big black box with a bunch of like people's wallets, and like you can see like with your binoculars you can zoom in close enough to see like gold jewelry, cred chips, shiny bits of metal and jewelry, people's teeth.
Jesus.
If you only brought a couple grenades, maybe you could have taken them out.
Yeah, on top of it there's like a satellite dish that they filled with oil and like remains and like building material, and they've set it on fire to keep it going.
Like, I can't just stasis that and hit it with bone air for a few times so it'll burn them all, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
This isn't Breath of the Wild.
Right? We can't put the thing on it. It has a bunch of fire on top of it.
Or can you? This is your first challenge. Challenge 1. The campfire.
Well, we could always camp ourselves in one of the buildings nearby and observe them. Whether all of them just go up and sort of wander the ways, whatever, every now and then or something. We could do
Yeah,
that.
we probably want to watch them for a while. See if they have like
patterns to them,
yeah,
like robots.
Yeah, see if there's any time where there's the fewest of them around.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long do you think you're going to wait to set up camp? There's a nearby building you can set up a crow's nest for and take watch shifts and whatnot.
How much supplies did you bring, Hickson? Mr. President needs to eat.
How much supplies did you bring? What kind of food did you spend money on? What kind of food did you spend money
on? A water filter, a knife, I have a thermal blanket.
Survival kits or something.
It's 5 credits a day per ration.
I'm just trying to see if survival kits have rations. I assume, but I'm just reading the thing.
Probably have some way of filtering water or something, but...
I just love the idea that 30 days go by when you're on this mission.
Have a vigilant watch.
No, they do not carry any rations.
Well, you could have prepared for this, I suppose. How many rations did you bring?
How many days did you expect this mission to take?
Like, I actually didn't expect it to take days. But, like...
So assuming you have a day or two of food?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much money do I spend?
10 credits.
Total?
Yeah, for 2 days of food. Which, ideally, is all you'll need.
Yeah.
Your fucking cabin's gonna be like, what the actual Christ happened to you? What the paleo Christ?
Is that just a sack of, like, teeth and wallets? What the fuck?
Where would you get something like this?
Space New Zealand.
Alright, it takes 6 hours, and then they eventually start leaving the fire and start going off in various directions. They leave 2 of them to stand watch.
I've been playing too much Breath of the Wild. I'm like, okay, so we should jump off, like, paraglide down, and maybe if we, like,
drop a
kick
bomb.
it, I was like, maybe if we, like, kick the thing, it'll fall over. I'm like, no.
I mean, if we only had marksman rifle, you could do an execution style on them.
I mean, Fives has a rifle.
Yeah.
We have laser pistols, but...
So, 5 could take care of one of them, and then between the 3 of us, we'd have to kill the other one.
So usually we'll have to get close to one of them.
Not close.
Close enough that you can drop it before it alerts the others.
What kind of rifle does he have?
He has a snipe. He has like basically a rifle. It's a rifle. And it has a scope, and he can hit it from a
Laser
distance.
rifle or something?
That's what I'm asking. Is it ballistic or is it laser?
Laser.
Okay, good, because ballistic
Silence.
things make money. I mean,
Yeah, they do.
I meant to say sound. I don't know why I said money. I don't know why I said money. So, okay. Yes, sounds like 5s should shoot one of them, and we will attempt to shoot the other one.
Oh, man.
We want to make it so they don't notice us.
Yeah.
We want to do a surprise attack. I don't want to be
Sneaky.
close enough to be retaliated against. What kind of weapons do they have?
Okay, one of them has 2 hatchets that are at his side, and he also has like a horn.
Obviously.
That's what we're gonna have. Let's name it.
The other one has a chainsaw. He's attached to a metal pole,
Oh no!
which has a spike on the end of it.
Oh no! I don't want to get close to that.
So,
At least they're not ranged weapons.
so only one of them has a horn, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, if he runs that chainsaw.
Someone's chopping wood again because the fire's getting low.
No, yeah, that's
Chainsaw arms.
exactly what they're gonna think. Yeah.
There's no
You
truth
fucking
in this
got
weapon.
them.
We outsmarted them.
Okay. Let's do this.
Okay, so which one do we want sniped? Which one do we want killed?
We probably want to snipe the wind blower.
The
guy-
wind
the guy with-
blower.
the guy with the horn. Words are escaping me. I can't think of the words for things. Yeah, the guy with the horn. We probably want what's his name to handle,
Okay.
and we will try to handle the guy with the
Chainsaw.
chainsaw halberd from a respectable distance.
You know what's great? This is basically leading you guys up to go to Bellum.
I don't want to go to Bellum.
I mean, one day you will.
I don't want
Probably.
Very next mission. It's like, yeah, they didn't have much, so I bought 8,000 liters of gasoline for us to take to Bellum. They fucking get their dicks hard over gasoline there.
See, they won't take us anywhere because
Jesus,
he's playing the
Captain.
captain.
It's like, what are you gonna trade the gasoline for? It's like, well, we can't trade cars; they're too big and garbagey. People? They have a lot of people.
to. Specifically requested we not be slave traders.
Okay, first of all, wherever these people go will be better than their lives on that planet.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Like, even if they were indentured servants on a mining colony, that's a better life.
That is very true.
Unless they end up in Nocturnus.
I mean, Nocturnus isn't even that bad of a planet.
They're still free.
Okay.
Like they're
I
still
mean,
free.
There are very
and-
few
they're
planets.
They're still
worse than
free
me.
and not being raped to death.
Yeah, the amount of times they'll be raped to death as miners goes down significantly. As a professional miner and as an age rage miner, the rate drops significantly once you leave Bellum.
Oh my god, I didn't even understand what you just said until now.
That's amazing.
So yes, we will do the thing.
Sneaky, sneaky, shooty, shooty.
All right. So you guys are gonna sneak up. So that means you have to make a sneak check.
Woohoo.
Sneakle.
Can't we shoot them from where we are?
Oh, it's the range in your laser pistol.
100
to
slash
300.
200?
100/200.
100 slash 300.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little more than 300 away. Unless you want to take penalties.
300, more than 300 feet away?
Yeah, you're up in the top of a building.
What if we get
What's
to
the
a lower
normal and
level?
max?
You want to get within range, try and shoot
No,
them?
like a lower level of the building. So like in the building. Like, is it just because we're up high, or is it also because we're this way far?
Yeah, the hypotenuse is giving you, the
So if we
the
go
height
down
and
though, it'll
width.
be less.
God, this is not...
Slightly. So yeah, we need to get closer.
Sneak.
Oh, man,
Hope he has good penalties to his perception roll.
It's just a 2d6. He's not even rolling. You guys are rolling. You just have to succeed. I'm not even opposing the roll. You just gotta do it.
what do we have to beat?
I
I don't know how difficult
47.
it works.
I'm gonna say you on 2d6 you have to hit an 8.
We roll d6s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2d6.
Welcome to dice rolling.
Why not d20s?
D20 is only for combat.
What the fuck?
Basic
This is-
expert.
Start with numbers.
Not even basic expert. Combat was d20s, and if you use the optional skill system, don't fucking quote me on my history of fucking OS.
Wait, no, give me my blues back!
So, what did you get on your stealth rolls?
I got an 8. Nicole?
On 2d6, I got a 1.
There it is.
Because I have not that skill.
And you're just trying to get into range for a sniper attack, right?
Yep.
So yeah, you're walking, you're going very carefully, pretty silent, you got your guns ready, and all of a sudden, you hear a mama! And, Hicks, you stepped on a child's teddy bear.
Okay!
As soon as, it's like a big fluffy teddy bear under the snow with, white fur, and when you step on it, it goes, mama! And immediately, those two Vikings turn around, point at you, and their jaws descend and make that sound.
I guess we shoot.
Yeah. Fives takes his sniper shot right while this is happening and blows the brain. Ooh, let's see.
I think.
I was making sure these weren't trick dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some yellow ones that are. We
Yeah.
should probably throw them out.
I know, right?
9.
That's fine, yeah. Blows the mechanical brains out of the one with the axes.
Yep.
Chainsaw one, though, is going to rev up his chainsaw.
Can I shoot at him since I succeeded at a stealth roll before he does that?
You can definitely shoot at him, but he's aware of you.
Okay, I won't get an insta-kill, but...
That's right.
I fucked up.
We should have stealthed separately.
Yeah.
I think Darkness Visible has some rule for group stealth, but we can look into that some other
Oh
time.
my god. Alright, do it.
Oh, 6. So...
Its AC is 16.
Oh, wrong roll. Okay.
I know, right?
Skill rolls. Oh, 19. Yep.
I shot him.
I shot him. 1d6.
Oh no.
6.
He only had 6 hit points.
Aha.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit! You just saved us.
They're supposed to have. It's supposed to have 2d8 hit die. I'm like, 6 hit points is fine.
Good enough.
Because if there was
I
a lot
thought
of
you-
them, they wouldn't have had a bunch of hit points anyways, right?
Exactly. They're like, no, they're not supposed to be really sturdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be all soldier droids. They're supposed to be kind of the in between.
Yeah.
So you shoot it in its face. And it drops before it fucking pulls its chainsaw weapon and alerts everyone. That chainsaw has a loudener attached to it.
Gaius shot first.
Yes. Yes. Good job. Let's continue forward.
All right, you walk up to the satellite dish bonfire.
Yeah.
All right, under it, in that shelf they carved out into the permafrost, is treasure.
I'm gonna gather up all the loose bits of treasure,
Put it in a bag.
put it in a bag,
Yeah.
and then we'll get the crate. Can we move it, or do we have to push the?
The
fuck
crate
off?
is it's like a trunk basically, like something like a travel trunk.
Okay. Well, I pull up my data pad and go execute since we're in
All of your text all skitzing out around it until you're like, boop, and various pads on it, like displays on it, start flashing red, then green, then it just shuts off. Little lights on it go off.
Yep.
It's good. It's off.
Okay. Well, I guess. So, is there a chance of us getting it attached to the fulcrum and up?
Yeah, you just pull it out. You can't carry with it because it's
Okay,
really
yeah.
heavy, and you just fold it.
Perfect.
All right, you take off the sticky side, slap it on. It adheres to it really well because it's super tape, and you pull the handle, and yeah, a balloon, like a helium balloon, rapidly expanding with gas and stuff, just yanks it into the sky.
It occurs to me that could have not been real. I'm glad that the patches work. It also occurs to me that the only one in the ship collecting them is the AI. So I hope she's on the up and up.
I mean,
I mean, she's Fives' mom.
Yeah, I mean, there aren't that many of us around, so I don't think we will be screwing each other up like this for such petty stuff.
I really hope not.
Okay, well, I guess I give those guys a quick look around, see whether they have anything interesting
They
on
have weapons on them.
Chainsaw!
You want a chainsaw?
No.
No, we do not want the chainsaw halberd or the hatchets.
Hubcap hatchets.
Yeah.
Like they ripped a car's hubcap off, cut it in two, put them on either sticks, then sharpened them.
I'm going to take his horn though.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't want the guys to come back and
Plus, this can be used as hey, alert people to go that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Battle tactics.
Alright, that's 1 out of 5. 20% there.
No, 0 payout.
How do we go for the other guys? Where do we know? Do we know where they are?
Yeah, you do.
Do we have little map markers?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Yep.
Picture my daily slab as a sheet of slate now.
Sheikah Slate.
You could be.
Alright, you continue on your stealthy travels in the dead of night. The next one is in what looks like an old parkade below ground.
That means we have to drag it all the way up before we can,
Yep.
Uh-oh.
And there might be traps around.
probably are. That doll was probably left there on purpose. I should be more careful.
You should make a notice check.
I should make notice checks. I should make notice
Both of
checks
us?
all the time. So 2d6.
Plus your
notice.
wisdom. Plus
Wisdom?
Yeah, your attribute and your skill.
No, I just didn't know which one it was. But
Your,
wisdom makes
wisdom is
sense.
for noticing stuff.
Okay, the only one I have bonuses to is charisma.
Oh, God.
I have a negative to strength, just FYI.
This game is so low powered.
Yeah, I have a -1 to strength, I have 0s for everything else, and I have a +1 to charisma.
Difficulty 6. What'd you get?
Got a 4. And
Does
he
5
also-
roll?
He also
Do I have to make the NPC roll to save you from yourselves?
Yes, we level 1 characters.
Oh, no 5s. You also failed. Alright. As you're all saying that, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 steps in a bear trap.
I'm glad it was him.
A really rough bear trap. Boing!
Jeez.
He motions to his leg in the bear trap and like makes a kind of
Yelling really loud.
He's not yelling, he's motioning.
He's a robot. Okay, let's go. Open this up.
I assume they can feel pain though.
It still sucks.
Oh yeah, no, I think they can feel pain. That's what I'm saying. Like,
No,
it's
they don't make
robot.
them feel pain. That'd be cruel. They just make them be aware that death is, possible.
Okay.
His leg is still mangled, making him slower than you.
I've got spare parts. Could probably do some
Oh
repair.
boy, you guys have to find a place to sit down and fix him
Below, in the arcade. Where more traps are.
in the parkade.
Sure.
You were like, we should be more careful about traps.
Oh my God.
See? I told you there'll be traps.
Can we get the bear trap off? It's easy to take off.
Yeah,
bear
Peter
traps,
already
right?
took care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a stag, you wedge it out, it's fine.
I think there's also a pin you pull and it just comes off.
Some fucking thing.
Yeah.
The pin to make it come off is not included. They just rip your leg out of there.
Oh boy. I can't. I wanna, but I can't.
Not yet. Okay.
This would probably suck a lot more if he was fleshy though. Maybe scream.
You think?
Screaming
At
involved.
least I could heal some of it.
You can heal. Oh, you don't have it yet, dude. You don't have the heal robot.
No,
perk.
I don't. You have to have meta psionics for that as well.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you'll level up at the end of this adventure.
Level. Okay. So I guess I use the spare parts I have to do some fixing on.
So you guys hide out in like a little house, like a
Yeah.
little building.
Yeah.
It's a coffee shop.
Okay.
All right, do fix.
7, 8, 9. Pretty good touch job.
Yeah, perfect. He's back up to speed.
Okay.
The parkade. The entrance is unguarded.
Only traps.
Should we just continuously roll notice? I'm
No,
afraid of rolling.
No,
Because
I'll
rolling
tell
means
you when you need to roll notice.
Because rolling means I fail.
We're careful about going down.
You're gonna Atris it with the fucking 10-foot pole and everything?
Sure.
Sounds like a good idea, although we don't have poles.
And there's spears and rods everywhere.
Yep.
Alright, you wind your way through the parkade, and at the bottom of it, it looks like there's a bunch of grav cars that have smashed themselves up into almost like a tent.
Oh. Is there any light in the tent, or is it just...
Yeah, there's no light.
No. Well, if we don't need to roll any notice, then I guess we look on in.
Inside, there is a powered down, not drone. What's the word? I forgot the word for robot.
Robot?
I thought there was
VI?
No, I thought there was a... Yeah, I guess it's just a robot.
Expert system, I think is what...
It's just a robot. I just forgot that robot's just the acceptable word here because I'm used to Exalted and Godbound. Alright? It's a robot. It's a robot in the shape of a dire wolf.
Okay.
So it's just powered down, curled around that crate.
I guess it's sleeping.
Yeah, it's powered down.
Can we trust it to be powered down, or do we need to put a bullet in it? Because I have a feeling that if we try to move this thing, it'll spring back to life and try to bite on us or something.
Bark up a storm.
Bark, bark, bark.
Bork, bork.
Well, Fives, you got the most powerful weapon, so aim for the head, I guess?
Fives gingerly puts the muzzle of the laser rifle right as close to the forehead of that wolf as possible and pulls the trigger.
I mean, if it's point blank, then...
He does execution style. That pupper goes straight to doggo hell.
This should have been D20. Right?
I didn't roll an attack. I'm just rolling his execute thing skill. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm just using the 2d6 for a general gauge
That's
of
fine,
things.
that's fine.
It's all good. Okay. Anyway, now you can drag the little thing out.
Yeah.
If you made a lot of noise or screamed or anything, then that dog would have run all the way up and would have... Vikings murder session over.
Yeah. I mean, even if we got one of those robots as a scrap, those probably are worth something. But yeah.
You can go and drag its fucking robot corpse out, sure, whatever. I don't care.
Okay. Disable it. Fulcrum.
Boop.
Out.
Number 2 out of 5.
Yep.
40% done.
Where's the next one?
The next one is in the middle of a camp. There are longhouses made out of scrap metal. They have, animal face effigies on the front of the houses and stuff. There's spikes and crucifixes with effigies of people on them and actual, frozen corpses. There are multiple fires going, and there's, a throne made of scrap metal and bones that a clear chief is sitting on.
Jeez.
Was it like a tin roof?
Yeah.
Buildings?
Yeah.
Damn. Those make a lot of noise when you walk on them. Longhouse is a little bit of ground, so we could have went on the roofs. But... You pause?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so what is your plan for Viking City?
So, there's a longhouse and there's that chief. Is there anyone else in the longhouse? Is there a number of Vikings?
There's longhouses in a circle around a central area where there's a throne and stuff.
Ah. Okay, so... The box is in the throne, under the throne, something?
It's in the area. It's it's in the immediate area of that.
Are there any robots obviously there in that circle now?
Yeah, there's 15 of them in here.
Jeez.
Can we think of a way to make Because using the horn is a good idea, but we don't want to be there when they get to where the horn is being blown.
I mean, you just need to go far enough that you blow the horn and then you run tangential to where they'll be coming from. And hopefully they won't catch your trail and follow you.
I assume they would? I don't know if any of us are particularly fast. Especially not Fives with his leg.
I mean, we're gonna fix his leg, so it's fine. It's more about trying to not leave a trail, so you'd have to go to some place that doesn't have a lot of snow on it, ideally. Because I don't suppose you can just sneak in and attach the thing in there. I don't think there's a... it's close enough to some edge that we could just remotely trigger the program and just ignore this one.
Will it be loud if we go on top of the roof? Like, is it the kind of roof where it makes a lot of noise if you're walking?
Yeah.
How fast are we?
About human speed.
Yeah, I'm not very fast.
I'm not sure the stats change how fast you're going, but...
I assume there would be... I don't know, something.
You probably just roll like dexterity and exert.
Exert, probably, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna... Oh wait, we're back. So what are you guys doing?
We're going to skip this one for now. Go to whatever the fifth one is.
Fourth.
This is the fourth, this one.
This is the third.
Shit. We're gonna do the other ones. We're gonna do the other ones first, then come back to this one, and then we're going to go up with the extraction unit for this one, so that we don't have to be around all these fighty guys.
Yeah, that's fine. You'll probably be collected before you suffocate.
What?
I mean, we can contact her. Be like, come here fast. This is the last one, you want it, right?
Before you suffocate.
You don't want
We'll
me
make
to
a roll.
I mean, probably could like keep yourself going a little bit with your biopsionics.
No.
No,
That's a special power. I don't have that power.
Welcome to the jungle.
I only heal physical damage caused by physical shit. And not super bad stuff. Like if you get hit by heavy weapons, I can't heal. Well, I can't heal at all. But if a human gets hit by, I can't do that. I do 1d6, I think +1, physical damage. You're sick, you're fucked. I can't do anything with that. You're a robot, you're fucked. I need to breathe, I'm also fucked.
Alright, the next one's in a bank.
In a bank? Is it in a vault?
Yeah.
That sucks. Okay, are there guards?
Yeah.
How many?
Like 5.
5.
That's a lot of guys.
It's a bank, one of the walls is collapsed. It's in the bank vault with like the big spinny wheel door.
I mean, it's a tech level 4+ planet. Probably it's an electronic lock.
That's not what I said.
This planet's all about aesthetics, so...
One of the walls is collapsed, spinny wheel vault door.
Is like the wall collapsed to the vault?
No.
Okay, because I'm like, if that's the case, we're just gonna go in through there.
Stop clawing on it.
What kind of material is the wall made out of?
Steel and concrete.
Hard.
How much can gun do through that?
I don't know. How much can gun do through that?
I don't know how shooting buildings works.
Very good. I don't think your gun's going to be able to cut through it.
We have a limited amount of ammunition, and this thing is thick. So probably not. Okay, so unless we get distracted. Oh, what sort of weapons they have?
Melee and ranged mixed.
Okay. I guess we could take some advantageous positions. We might be able to get up a couple shots at them before they get to us. But we also want to distract them somehow.
Is it a multi-floor bank?
Yep, 2 floors in the basement.
I mean, it's a bank, so it's not that large that our pistol would be at a disadvantage, I suppose. So if we could take 3 positions and take aim at 3 people, maybe we'd be able to drop them.
There's 5 of them though,
Wow.
and they have like weapons.
Yes, but we take out the ranged ones first, and then proceed with the ones that need to move their way towards us.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether it's a good idea, but something. So, I guess against our better judgment, we're going to try, well, taking aim at them and try to do 3 times execution, sneakily on them.
What about the other 2?
Or initiate the
Engage
ones with
normally.
guns first.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, I would like to distract them by like being in the top part of the building and like making noise so they come up there, but then I have to get away, and that would require climbing out of a window, or I'd fall and probably break my neck if I tried that. Like I don't know.
I mean, we can try taking shots from some places that have high cover and it's harder to get to on foot to maximize our chances of survival, I suppose.
Can I go up to the 2nd floor and then like throw something out a window so that like it makes noise out there to try to get them to go out there?
You could definitely try that. I don't know why you haven't tried more of that, you 2.
I'm gonna try that.
I'm admonishing you guys for not trying more of that. Okay. Sure. I'll see if they're distracted. I'll see if they catch if most of them catch the bait. No. One of them goes out to check, and the other 2 stay behind, and the rest stay behind. No buzz because there's sirens going through. Okay. So one is out investigating, and now they're all kind of on an edge because they heard something.
Okay. Well, we could try taking that one off separately from the other ones, but I guess now that we have 4 of them here and...
If I do that, yeah, if when he comes out I shoot him, then it might draw the others out to come check what happened.
Yeah, but then they'll probably be alert, so the execution will work on the remaining ones, I suppose.
Fair.
So, again, I guess we could try shoot the other. I don't know.
Alright, we're back. So what's your plan?
I guess we can do the noise solution we thought of earlier of go rig some car radios or car alarms.
That's a good idea. Setting the cars to go off?
Yeah. Just
Alright.
put them on a timer so we have enough time to move away from there and just go. So I guess I roll my intent fixed.
Yeah, go for it.
Something. 9, so 10, 11.
That's perfect. Yeah, okay. You're able to set off a bunch of cars to go off, like in a sequence that would make them think that someone's moving through the one of the freeway off ramps, and they all go out to investigate, leaving the place empty.
Well, I guess we swoop on in once the coast is clear and start dealing with the door.
Yeah, the door is unlocked. It was cut years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Pull it
there's
out.
a bunch of treasure in there. Like it's like banknotes and credit chips and stuff. It looks like this was like some sort of place.
Into the sack it goes.
Yeah. So take whatever's loose around here.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe
Preferably credit chips. I don't know how good their banknotes are on other planets, but we might be able to cash them in on other places. Although then we'll look like bank robbers because we just robbed a bank. I don't know if it counts as bank robbing.
Fiat currency.
How long until after something is destroyed does it count as like not robbing and instead is like
archaeology?
Archaeology. Yeah. When does it count as archaeology?
Probably when the culture is dead, so not yet. Okay. Well, I don't know. Are there any bigger store boxes that haven't been jury opened yet, or is it everything just out?
Everything's kind of out and strewn.
Okay. Take some loose change, grab the box, disable it, and
Fulton draw.
Yes.
Alright. Box number 5. It's out by the edge of the water on the opposite side of the city island. It's by a shipyard. They're building longboats with grav engines.
Oh no! I mean, not our problem, but also, oh no!
Okay, so I guess the box is still within whatever they have.
Yeah, it's in the pile of gear they're using to build the ships.
Okay. Are they doing things by hand, or they have some automation they're using to move things?
They're actually building it by hand. Like, they're shaping the metal, they have hammers. They're working now. There's a couple dozen of them. They're all working on longboats and, like, putting plating on and getting, like, covers for arrows and stuff.
Well, the say graph technology means it has some sort of sophisticated power stuff and so on. I guess if we jury rig something to, I don't know, repel them gravitationally, cause some chaos and...
Sabotage one of the boats that starts flying around.
Yeah, I suppose to kill and distract it and, I don't know, make 5 sneak around like the scavenger here and take the box, I suppose.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so how are you guys going to get one of the boats sabotaged? Do you have to get close to it without them noticing you?
I guess they're just working on 1 or 2, so they don't have any spare, they're just sitting idly by, I suppose. Or are they?
There's like an entire like anti-grav array that they're currently like that is being like built to be put onto a boat. So it's like sitting out there in the open, connected to generators and stuff.
Okay.
Can someone sneak around?
It's probably not going to be you.
And like shoot it? Like if you shoot it, will something bad happen? Or
No,
is
you
not?
break it.
Okay.
This isn't Star Wars.
You need to hack it, I suppose.
Is anyone good at that?
I guess it's me.
In that ECM field, which you have to get super close.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, it would be easier to get to those computer codes than to that box to disable it.
You cause a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
Alright, stealth. Don't fuck up, Peter.
I don't have any impulse. Why am I not an expert? 7.
Oh, look at that, you did it.
What?
You're right by it, and you're gonna start hacking it. You have god powers, right?
No, that's level 3.
Oh.
I have to roll normal hacking.
Oh no, more dice rolls.
Yeah, at the moment I can credit it and instance myself. Oh. 4, 5, 6.
Hey, 6. Look at that.
Yep.
Alright, you run back to where Nicole is, and all of a sudden the grab edges start charging up and overcharging, and then they start ripping themselves out of the ground and sliding around. It's a goddamn nightmare. You're hitting Vikings all over the place.
You're probably trying to like fucking jump on one to like.
Oh yeah, like
grab it.
one's on one of the because they're like discs, like the Nebuchadnezzar in the Matrix. You know the ships all have those electro discs underneath. That's exactly what they're like.
Cool.
So you got a bunch of them trying to hold them down. Like one has like a gaff hook and a chain for whaling, and it's like hooking one, and they're like trying to like reel it in, and it's ripping the fucking spool out of the ground and pulling Vikings into the frost with it. It's cartoonish.
And sufficiently distracting?
Yes, that you're able to Fulton drop that package away.
Okay.
Now you have to go back for number 3.
Yes.
Number 3, Viking Longhouse Village.
Well, I guess it worked on the bank, so we could jury some cars and draw a number of them out.
I mean, alternatively, if I were to suggest a solution, you take one of those fucking grav generators and just throw that in the middle of town, tie a bunch of chains with spikes on it around.
Do we have access to one?
Yeah, there's just one over there.
All right, yeah, that's a plan.
Sure. Okay.
That would be my solution, seeing as you were hard on for one.
What?
Hard up.
Oh.
Just covered in chains like a fucking bike chuck. A bike chuck, by the way, listeners, is when you take the chain you use to lock your bike and put a combination lock on either end of the chain and swing them around like a weapon.
Jeez.
For night fighting.
Night fighting.
Okay, roll the 10.
All right, you're able to put together a anti-gravity bike chuck. And it just spins its way in and causes a commotion.
Okay. Go on in and... Do we want to strap ourselves in or do we want to escape normally?
Pardon?
Well, do you want to jump on this ride or do you want to escape normally?
If they're all sufficiently distracted, I'd rather escape normally because breathing may be an issue up in the air.
Okay. Fulton, and we're away ourselves.
All right, I'm going to check to see if you get caught by alert patrol because the city's alert.
Sure.
No, you didn't get caught.
Oh, no.
All right, as you're heading back to shore, a group of 3 of them sees you, and they're charging at you, and one of them's lining up his gun to shoot at you guys.
Bang! Bang, 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 bang!
Yeah, bang, bang, bang is happening.
Roll initiative.
Sure, how does that work?
Let's check.
Oh my god, Nicole. I'm going to pause.
And no.
They have AC 16.
No.
Uh-oh.
Spaghetti-o.
There it is.
19. 4 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
One of them takes 4. 2 of them are going to run to get closed in with you, and next scene they will be in melee range, and then we'll get into shock damage.
Oh no.
The other one is going to shoot at you, Peter, because you shot it.
Oh no. Or no.
What's your AC?
My AC is 14.
Totally misses.
Haha.
5 scores.
14?
14. I've got
5 fails.
clothing and stuff.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, right, because you have modifiers. You probably have a con modifier.
Dex modifier.
All right, you guys just
Dex
go.
gives you
We are
AC,
moving
right?
into your turn.
I don't want to get into melee with these guys.
I know, right? It's going to be a bloodbath.
What's the
Oh, no.
terrain like, Devin?
It's an abandoned urban sprawl city with like rubble everywhere and debris and breaks in the ground and buildings and stuff and flipped over cars.
Can I, like, jump behind a car?
Sure.
And shoot them?
Okay.
I don't want them to get me.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna try to shoot them.
Okay.
I failed again.
Let's see.
Very good. Combat's a nightmare.
Yeah. Should we Fulton? Just strap on to my chest.
Yeah, we have an extra one!
Yeah?
Get fucked.
Yeah!
I think yeah.
Regroup!
Yeah. Let's just pull the cord.
The 3 of you go up into the air.
Yeah. I wish I could take air with me.
Take an air with you.
And
Okay, how does saving throws work to not die? Here we go. Pause.
Okay.
Okay, you have 1 round. You failed your saving throw for physical, and you have 1 round before you start suffocating, which is not ideal.
I guess I get on the comms with
Oh, you already see the drone. It's already on the way.
Well, I just let them know, hey, we need extraction fast because someone's suffocating here.
Yeah, you get picked up by it. Oh, Lord. It picks you up. You pass out. It does not get to you guys that quickly.
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez. Cheese and crackers. So, like, 2 hours later, you regain consciousness.
Holy crow.
You passed out.
Okay.
And yeah, you guys were brought back to shore in a little empty, like, hotel room where all the, you don't have the crates. He didn't give you the crates. He gave you a separate box that was full of what was in the crates.
Oh.
What was in the crates?
Like, the box in your hotel room.
Okay.
Just waiting for you to wake up.
Okay.
You guys cracking it open?
Yep.
It's a bomb. You all die.
I was
Session over.
gonna say.
Yay, party wipe.
It's full of a variety of things. Most importantly, though, it seems to be full of drugs.
Ooh.
like stimulants.
Nice.
Like it's about the size of your common vape package, you know, so it has like an injector system. These are military drugs, like combat stimulants.
Oh, and heavily illegal.
Ah, super illegal.
It's the future.
Yeah, which means that there's space cops to get us. Like,
Ton of space cops.
Space cops.
Sucks that we didn't get the boxes. Also means she could have lied about what was in the boxes.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. She lied about it being a variety of things.
I mean, you know, you've got the speech skill, tech skill. You can go, hey, you told us you would get the boxes, so you owe us a little bit more. You can give us some top on top.
I'd be willing to try that. But
There are 5 gross of those combat stims.
Oh.
Gross is 144.
144 times 5?
Yeah.
Quantities of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doses.
And then there's like
720.
odds and ends as well?
Yeah, other stims that aren't this specific stim. Like at least 5 of them are psi stims.
Nice. What is... Okay. Okay, and then we also have
Yeah,
our...
just take down the fucking manifest. We don't have to look up exactly what it is.
Sure.
And then we also have our loose stuff.
Loose credits from looting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which...
Yeah, it looks like they were smuggling combat drugs,
Okay.
which is what you've been paid.
Excellent.
Okay. So, do you want to call the AI and negotiate a bit more? So you can shine?
I can try. I don't remember...
Anything? I think we're done here.
Yeah, I'm sleepy. Thing is that I don't know how our contract or whatever works with our ship we work on.
I mean, hey, it's a bag of stuff.
Like,
I think we're gonna call it.
Yeah.
We can deal with this later.
Wrap it up next session.
So, that was your first little adventure. You got yourself a little nest egg. That's like 40 grand worth of stuff, at least. So, look that gift horse in the mouth.
but you know what's great though?
What?
Because they were building they're building grab boats and stuff to come raid again. And their grab boat stuff was ruined, and she got all the boxes back and disabled all the problem that was happening.
Yeah, she threw those boxes into an incinerator.
Like, she's going to get like a big pat on the back for solving the problem. It's like, oh my god, they were building grab boats again, and she fixed it.
It's all done.
Oh, you fixed it. Why didn't you fix it before they were making grab boats?
Well, I mean, she
Whoa,
just came to her attention now, and she fixed it. So there's no reason for them to get angry. Like, this is a good win for her.
She's
She
not even
comes
going to
off
mention those
smelling like
EM.
roses.
She's not even going to mention the quantum tap boxes.
Yeah, fuck that.
All right,
I
so
want them, but
that is the end then. I was Devin,
Nicole.
And Peter.
and this is sponsored by Nobody, signing off.